Okay, guys, welcome back. It is Punt Factor here. We are going to jump into another league with Green-White Value Town. I did make some adjustments that I was commenting on in the previous league. So I dropped. Let's start with the lands. I did take out one Ghost Quarter and added in a Blast Zone. I think Death Shadow and Prowess. I think they're too popular to not have the option to fetch up a Blast Zone and utilize that. And then we can also get reoccurring Blast Zones with Ramanap. I like the option. Excuse me. So, and then the other change I made to the main board, I took out Azusa, I added in another tracker. Now, we're going to see how the tracker goes. I was also considering another voice, just because I think this card's fantastic. So we'll kind of see how this tracker fares. And then onto the sideboard, I made quite a few changes. So I did take out the warships. They're kind of fun, they're kind of cute, but I don't really know where I need them. If you think about most decks, so say Storm, where, I don't know, you'd want to maybe bring in a warship. Well, they're just going to grape shot your board down. You think, Titan Shift, that's not even really a deck anymore, but Scape Shift decks, they're just going to mow your board down. So I feel like I just didn't know where to really bring Worship in. I don't want Worship in grindy games, because that's kind of what we do. We are going to be a much better sort of mid-range deck than a lot of the mid-range decks out there. Aggro decks, I could see maybe an argument for, but I don't know. I kind of feel like we have, we have a lot of the life gain in there. We do have Blast Zone in there. We have Engineer Explosives, Post Board. So I don't know. I just didn't feel like Worship was really doing a whole lot in a whole lot of the matchups that we needed. So I cut those. I added in 2 Burrington Forge Tenders. So I kind of figured, okay, if we want Worship for these aggro matchups, Burn or Prowess or something of that nature, maybe instead let's just go with the Burrington Forge Tender. Also helps us out against Storm. Yeah, just a solid card. I was also thinking Core Firewalker in the place here of Burrington Forge Tender, but we're just going to see how they run, see if we need them. And then I also did cut my Knight of Autumns, and I'm bringing in 3 Kitchen Finks because Knight of Autumn, pre-Skyclave Apparition, we were using Knight of Autumn to hit artifacts, enchantments, things like that. Well, now Skyclave kind of does that for us, and I was really only having the Knight of Autumns in the sideboard for the life gain. Well, Kitchen Finks, in my opinion, just does it better. Not only are we still pretty much going to gain the 4 life from Kitchen Finks, but we are also going to waste our opponent's resources in having to remove the Kitchen Finks. There's also the corner case where we have a Kitchen Finks out. We block with it, jump block with it, get the additional 2 life. Then we go and we grab a Gavany Township and kind of reset Kitchen Finks. So in those longer, grindier games where we need that sort of reoccurring life gain and that grind value, that's also an option just to kind of keep in our minds. Everything else is kind of the same. The 3 Aven Mind Sensors, the 2 Mirran Crusaders, I was really impressed with 2 of them. 3 Damping Spheres, a couple Engineered Explosives, and the main board is the same, minus those couple changes. So we're going to get into a league here. I kind of feel like we got a little bit lucky with our matchups in the previous league. 4 out of the 5 games, well, I guess really 3 out of the 5 games we played against Black Green X, 2 Jund and then 1 Rock. I think the matchup is not very favorable, but it's definitely favorable. Provided, we don't just draw dead or flood out or whatever. So I kind of feel like we got a little bit lucky there. I would love to see some more variety in this next league. I would love to see how we do if we run into Amulet Titan, how we do against Control. Because it's very possible that, we want 2 chokes in the sideboard. But I don't really know how prevalent hard Control is right now. So definitely hoping to see some stuff. And we'll see how we go. Dude, it is incredible to me when you look at how do you have 37 undefeated trophies? I don't get it. I don't get it. That's so wild to me. I have never gotten one undefeated trophy in my life. If I do, I'm going to be screenshotting the crap out of my name on here. And they're like, dudes rolling around with freaking 37. Like, whatever, man. Okay, so what do we got here? We have a relatively slow hand. We're on the draw, so this hand is tough, but we will inevitably get to Collected Company. So if we're playing against a mid-range black-green X deck, they're gonna Thought Seize us. Say they Inquisition, they're gonna take Skews. I honestly think this is just too slow. We're gonna mulligan. It's close because of the Scavenging Ooze. This hand is much better. Much, much better. And we are going to get rid of one of the nobles. Yeah, this is great. Well, there we go. I got my wish. Get to play against some Amulet. Gonna fetch up a green source here. Let's play a bird. So Voice of Resurgence, unfortunately, this is not a matchup for Voice. But it is a good matchup. It's good that we have Knight in our hand. So if we can eke out a game 1, I wish we had a Collected Company. We want to see... A Coco would be great for to try to hit an Apparition to get rid of this Amulet. Or if they play a Dryad here. Interesting. So we're definitely going to get the Knight out. What do we draw? A Courser. We got a Chalk in here. Play a Knight. I would love to see a Ramanap. That is kind of what we want to see. So, Aven Mind Sensors come in. Damping Spheres come in. Let's go ahead and take a look at our sideboard while we have a second. Damping Spheres, Aven Mind Sensors. That's pretty much it. Mirran Crusaders are interesting. We can probably find a place for them just because of the prime time and everything else they have going on. We'll be able to favorably block, and we won't lose it. But this really isn't a matchup like, like one that's gonna go long. I mean, if they go off, they go off. We lose. Is this a Dryad or is this an Explorer? Oh God. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. There's a second Knight. Okay, let's think about this here. Yeah, let's just go ahead and Ghost Quarter, get rid of this. So if they draw a bounce land, if they have a bounce land, they have enough here. Third Amulet. Bounce land? Yep. This is just a wild draw. Okay. And we have pretty big nights, you know. Let's see what lands they're going to get. They did Summoner's Pact. So they need at least 2 green. Well, they're going to be able to chain Titans here. Yeah, you really can't beat 3 Amulets because they'll just. Oh yeah, they're just gonna go ahead and Simic Growth Chamber. Oh my god, this is just wild. Yeah, go ahead, dude. Do your thing, have tons of fun. The freaking Amulet Titan is such an awesome deck to pilot. Like, it's so much fun. And having 3 amulets is just like mind-blowingly ridiculous. I'm surprised though that they're not just like chaining Titans. Oh, here we go. Pajuka Bog. Like, I get it. I don't know. Seems a little weird. Because they're just going to die to their... Yeah, we're going to block here. They're going to die to their pact. Are they saying anything in chat? No. Or am I just missing... Am I missing something? I don't know, like, what I'm missing here. Yep. Opponent's like, oops. Oh, man. Poor guy. Oh, poor guy. Okay, so I wasn't missing something. Mirror Crusader, Damping Sphere. Um, Voice of Resurgence is a pretty bad card here. Scavenging Ooze is a pretty bad card. Is there anything else that we want? Or is there anything that's just completely useless? I think, like, Courser's not that great. You know, we could maybe make an argument for Mirror Crusader. But what would we take out is kind of the question. We want the Raminaps. The Skyclaves, we need the Skyclaves for Dryad, Amulets. We need the Paths. Yeah, maybe we really don't need Mirror Crusader. Yeah, let's just go ahead and see how our Damping Sphere Even Mind Sensor holds up. Cross our fingers. I'm going to let our opponent know that they can check out. For my YouTube channel, feel free to check it out later at Punt Factor. Figured I should let people know. You know, maybe I'll grow the channel a slight smidge. Okay, so this hand. No, I don't like it. We're going to mulligan it. We might as well keep, and let's get rid of... That's fine. But it's like, oh no, my misplay's on YouTube. It's all good, man. It's all good. Alright, so there's an amulet for the opponent. The only reason I kept this hand, if it had a dork in it, so if we rip a dork, that would be great. You know, if we could get a fast Raminap Ghost Quarter lock going on, that's kind of what I'm hoping here. I didn't want to go down to 5. You know, just because we had this. I was kind of hoping that our opponent didn't have an amulet, because this is probably, yeah, this is kind of probably going to be a pretty fast hand. Yeah, we might not be able to get there, because right now we're kind of in a situation where I'm going to play the Ghost Quarter out. We really needed the bird. So if he goes to play a bounce land, I'll blow up the T-West. And we really have to hope that our opponent doesn't really have much going on over there and that he was relying on the T-West. But I kind of feel like if the opponent was relying on the T-West, they wouldn't have played it out because they know I play Ghost Quarter. So... So they still have to bounce a land back to hand. Which is kind of what I was hoping for. Okay. Triad. Yep. You know, maybe we shouldn't have Ghost Quartered there. But honestly, without the ramp, we're really in a spot that we really just have to hope that they don't have what they need here. Because let's say, okay, now this turn we get to play out Ramanap, but now they have 2 bounce lands, Teleria West. They're just going to go off. And we're not going to be able to utilize our Ramanap Ghost Quarter loop. It's just too slow of a hand. I'm not sure what I'm going to path. I'm going to see if they have it. We'll kind of go from there. Path was a good pickup, though. I mean, could potentially buy us a turn. Karn. What are they going to get here? Yeah, liquid metal coating. Okay. Go ahead and take the 2. Oh my gosh. So let's take this opportunity to get down the Ramanap. See if we can start this Ghost Quarter loop. I don't really think it matters. Like, this is just turning out to be a lousy hand. Yeah, slow beyond belief. I actually don't even know if we want to go for the Ghost Quarter. Three, 4. Maybe we should have just waited. And yeah, that was stupid. Because we weren't even utilizing the Ghost Quarter thing. Yeah, we should have just waited. And held up path. That was really dumb. That was a really, really poor choice. Because we weren't even utilizing the... Like, because next turn, it would have been the same. Like, we could have pathed them here. And then next turn, we would have been able to play Ramanap plus Ghost Quarter immediately. So they're going to get... What are they going to get here? So they're going to have a billion triggers. 3, 4, 6, 7, yep. That's it. Yeah, that was poorly played. I should have, but we weren't winning that anyway. All right, moving on. Moving on to game 3. Let's see if we can do something a little better. Sorry, guys, checking my phone's. All right. Yes, we will play first. Okay, this is more of a value town hand. I'll keep it. Yeah, this is actually a pretty good hand for what we're up against. If they have... So turn 1 we go Noble. If they drop an Amulet, turn 2 we go Skyclave on the Amulet. Then depending on what we play, turn 3 we go Ramanap, Ghost Quarter them. Yeah, this is better. Just go ahead. Yeah, I think we can safely get a forest here. I don't really think they're going to remove our Noble. I don't really think that's their game plan, so... If it comes back and bites me in the butt, bad on me. I could have just shocked in a Temple Garden, but whatever, I think we're fine. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get the Excavator out. I think. It is really nice that there's another Noble as well. So we can... I am going to shock this one in. So we can essentially... Wait a minute. Why would we play Excavator right now for no value? Why don't we build our mana, which is, I don't know why I shocked that in, just not even thinking about this. Making stupid mistakes. You know what? We will, though, because next turn we might hit like a knight or something. I'm just thinking we want to continue... Because once we play Ghost Quarter, the chances of us progressing our land is slim to none. So we want to utilize our dorks to continue actually making a board presence. So that's why I was contemplating playing out the Noble. That way we're going to have... enough mana kind of moving forward. Okay. So they are really close to a Titan. We're definitely always going to want to hold this Path to Exile up. So maybe, yeah, this is definitely the turn. We can go ahead, play out Noble, play out our Ghost Quarter, and then Ghost Quarter them on their upkeep. Could have swung in with the Ramen up there. That was stupid. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't swing with the Raminette. Is this a Dryad? It's a Karn. What are they getting here? That is unfortunate. Very unfortunate. But a smart play nonetheless. Okay, so I kind of feel like we have to get rid of this Karn. Absolutely have to. Get out of here, Karn. Let's go ahead and swing in. I'm going to go ahead and hold the land here for tracker. Trying to think, why would we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Is there a reason we'd want 5 lands? Or 6 lands, I guess. 3. We would be able to double spell, but we can't hold up path. So no, I think I'm good with just passing here. And playing out tracker next turn, getting a clue from it, and then still holding up path to exile. Oh, it's getting scary. Getting scary, guys. Collected Company's very good. Let's start off by swinging. Okay, so Collected Company, we will hold off on the tracker because right now the tracker's too slow. I have to play as if they have Titan in their hand and they're going to play Titan next turn. If that is the case, we're going to have to Collected Company in response to the Titan. Hope we hit an Aven Mind Sensor, and then we're going to have backup Path to Exile. The question is, if they have a Dryad, do we path the Dryad? Okay, so there's Summoner's Pact. How do we want to stack this? So Coco. Ah, what a bad Coco. That's not what I was looking for, unfortunately. We're going to let them search here. I don't want them to know I can get rid of the prime time. in case they don't go for the Simic Growth Chamber Teleria West line. Okay, and they are. And they are anyway. I'm fairly certain we path the Titan here, right? 6, 7, 8, 9. We can swing in for a chunk. We need to see an Aven Mind Sensor. Aven Mind Sensor, Collected Company, another Path to Exile is really what we're after here. Damping Sphere, that's not what I want. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Play out a tracker. So we can get 2 clues, crack 2 clues, or do we just play the tracker out? Get a bunch of clues. Actually, that was stupid because that was dumb. The reason that was stupid is because we want as many like looks as we can get, and we were getting 2 clues off of this. And now we don't have the mana to cast anything we really want to find. So I put ourselves in a position where we need to hit a Path to Exile, and we don't. So they're still going to be able to transmute. So, yeah, they have a T-West in hand. 1, 2, 3, transmute T-West. But yeah, they're not going to be able to play Titan, though. Okay, cool. Huh. I totally forgot that was League Match 3. Yeah, that was that scared me. That was a game I could have definitely played that better with the trackers. That was really stupid. At the end of the day, I was getting 2 clues off of the 1 tracker. And I had, after cracking 1 clue, I had 1 mana left over. So if I just would have played a land and cracked a clue, I would have 4 mana left over. I could have hit a Collected Company. I could have hit an Aven Mind Sensor. I could have hit a Skyclave. I mean, Skyclave Apparition doesn't matter. But everything in my deck I would have been able to cast. And then I still would have had the option to crack the additional clue to try to hit that 1 Path to Exile. So instead of only getting 1 look, I would have gotten 2 looks had I not played that Tireless Tracker. So that was a really big punt on my end. Because, I mean, if we would have ripped, like, an Aven Mind Sensor or something of that nature or Collected Company, I would have felt like a massive idiot. But, okay, we got through Amulet Titan, even though Game 1 was a little bit of a whiff on my opponent's part. But hope you guys enjoyed it. And, yeah, stay tuned for League Match 2. It's Punt Factor. More to come.